In this video, I'm going to give you 3 meme stocks that actually have a future and actually have some long-term potential that could make you some serious money if you're patient. Patience, ladies and gentlemen, is the key to investing. Being a long-term investor and having a long-term outlook when you're investing is perhaps one of the most underrated attributes of investing, especially in this day and age when meme stocks and the get-rich-quick mindset is the talk of the town. On this channel, I talk about patience and building wealth all the time because just investing in the overall stock market through an S&P 500 index fund is a massive wealth creator. And over the last 100 years, or even over the past few decades, the average return of the S&P 500 is around 10% annually. And when you compound that over a long period of time, you can build some serious wealth with one simple investment. But that's not what we're here for. We are here to talk about meme stocks. And in my opinion, if there's one meme stock that represents the meme stock phenomenon, it's AMC, which is actually the best performing stock in the stock market in 2021 with gains of nearly 3,000% since the start of the year. That means that if you had invested $1,000 at the beginning of the year, that $1,000 would be worth roughly $31,000 today. $2,000 invested in AMC at the beginning of the year means that you would have $62,000 today. Now, don't get me wrong, these are some crazy numbers, and if you were able to get in on some of these gains, I'm happy for you. I really am. But the reality is that your timing would have to be impeccable. I mean, even I got in on some of the action, and while I did realize some gains, it wasn't anywhere close to 3,000%. But investing in AMC actually goes beyond the company just being a meme stock. It goes beyond the battle between the retail trader and the hedge fund. I mean, AMC was an amazing reopening trade because as the broader population gets vaccinated, more and more people will eventually go out to the movies. The thinking amongst AMC investors is that admission revenue will be at an all-time high. Theaters, along with live events, have a lot of pent-up demand. And with admissions to theaters comes the highly profitable concession sales as the movie theater business gets back to pre-COVID-19 levels. Look, it's no secret that with the rise of streaming video, the movie theater business has been in decline in terms of ticket sales. Theater ticket sales actually peaked in 2002 with 1.57 billion people heading into the theater to watch a movie. But since then, ticket sales have declined, and in 2019, roughly 1.23 billion tickets were sold. But despite the falling sales, revenues actually increased in the theater business because companies like AMC simply started charging more per ticket. And that's why in 2002, when ticket sales peaked, overall revenues were at $9.1 billion. And despite less people going to the movies, in 2019, revenues actually increased to $11.2 billion before everything closed down. But before you go out and buy AMC stock, it's important to note that they do have a lot of debt on their balance sheet, and that debt has only increased over the course of the past year or so during the COVID-19 pandemic. It ended the most recent quarter with $5.4 billion in long-term debt, $1.6 billion in current liabilities, and $4.9 billion in operating lease expenses. And $800 million of that debt is due this year, followed by another $1 billion next year. Long story short, there are better places to park your money for the long term, and here are 3 other meme stocks that offer a better long-term investment opportunity. The first stock is Bed Bath & Beyond. Now, Bed Bath & Beyond has quite the story because much prior to the pandemic, it was run by a terrible management team that never made the necessary changes to move the company into the modern era, specifically its e-commerce business. And that's when the hedge funds got involved. And surprisingly, when the hedge funds did get involved, it was actually a good thing. They took an activist investing approach and cleared out the C-suite and the board of directors and generally leaned out the company to make it better positioned for the future. But just as all of that was happening and things were starting to look good, the pandemic struck, and it couldn't have come at a worse time because the company was just starting to focus on its core business, and like I said earlier, the outlook was actually looking good. But now with the pandemic looking like it's behind us, Bed Bath & Beyond has a real chance to outperform the market. Without getting too technical, for a retailer, Bed Bath & Beyond has a unique ability to produce a significant amount of free cash flow. It regularly produced in excess of $1 billion of free cash flow annually, and it still produced $750 million worth of free cash flow prior to the pandemic. I'm hopeful that Bed Bath & Beyond will get back to those solid free cash flow numbers as it invests heavily in its e-commerce platform and its supply chain. Now, if all goes as planned, Bed Bath & Beyond should return to its position at the top of the home goods industry. The second pick on this list is CORSAIR Gaming, which is more of a new entry since it only went public last September. But irrespective of this, the potential of esports and live streaming makes me think that CORSAIR Gaming has a really bright future. Unlike most of the other meme stocks, CORSAIR Gaming wasn't really hurt by the pandemic. It was actually helped out by the pandemic as more people were forced to stay at home and turn to gaming for their entertainment. Last quarter, they reported record results with revenue soaring 71% to $529 million, and earnings surged to 41 cents per share from just a penny a share a year ago. The company is also new to the meme stock frenzy, only just joining the ranks as nearly 22% of its outstanding shares are sold short. Now, the Reddit crowd obviously sees this stock as one to flip, and the price actually jumped 13% this week, but that's not the reason you want to buy it. CORSAIR makes high-end, high-performance headsets, keyboards, mice, controllers, and gear for live streaming gamers and content creators. It also sells computer components, including memory cards, cooling systems, and power supplies, as well as 2 proprietary platforms, iQ for gamers and the Elgato streaming suite for creators. And if you look at some of the data surrounding gaming and esports, it's absolutely insane. According to market researcher Newzoo, there were an estimated 825 million console gamers globally in 2020 and over 40 million active gaming channels on YouTube alone. And ladies and gentlemen, that's not even considering the fact that there are millions of active streamers on Twitch and Facebook gaming. The third meme stock that you should invest in is the original meme stock, GameStop. Now, you definitely have to tread carefully with GameStop because it's trading at around $220 a share as of market close this afternoon. Now, I do think there will be a better entry point than its current stock price, but the point is that GameStop's business model, outlook, management team, and strategy is as legit as they come. Its current management team is almost completely made up of ex-Amazon and Google employees who seek to turn GameStop from a video game retailer into a consumer-focused, online-oriented gaming company. When the meme stock trading frenzy first started and GameStop's share price exploded, it allowed the company to raise new capital and completely pay off its debt. And there is no question that gaming is increasingly moving towards digital downloads and online play, and it looks like GameStop is positioning itself to move in that direction as well. Now, considering what they've been able to do over the past year or so, and considering its new leadership, I like the future of GameStop. There is no doubt that GameStop is the riskiest bet of the 3, but unlike AMC, GameStop plays in an industry that is about as well positioned for the future as any. I mean, gaming in general is growing like crazy, and it will continue to grow in the years to come. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all found this video helpful, and if you haven't already, please remember to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time.